We got to talk about Little Mermaid because despite the fact that Disney and the media did everything they could to run defense for this, to stop the backlash, to say if you say anything bad about this movie, you must just be a racist, it just simply has not been performing very well, especially in the international box office. That's where it's been really, really bad for them, especially for a Disney live action remake. And they told everyone they're committed to diversity, they're committed to inclusion, they're committed to all of these things and changing the story, changing the lyrics. Obviously, we know all about the casting. But apparently, Jeremy, that is not enough. That is not enough for some people. And right now, The Little Mermaid is getting slammed by some woke Disney fans because, quite frankly, they didn't do enough. The Little Mermaid criticized by diversity advocate for slavery erasure. A prominent media diversity advocate is taking aim at The Little Mermaid for ignoring slavery. Because that's what you had to have in this movie, Jeremy. And when you start to make changes like this, when you start to change the setting, when you start to change all these things, all of a sudden you find that you're open to a lot more criticism from the very same people that you're trying to pander to. The dangerous erasure of slavery. Marcus Ryder, an influential British campaigner who also chairs the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, he celebrated the casting of Halle Bailey, but took issue with the film's glossy depiction of racial harmony. Yes, how dare a white... This sounds like a Grace Randolph here. After watching the Disney remake with his 6-year-old son, Ryder felt compelled to write a blog about the movie. Ryder said The Little Mermaid appears to be set in the 18th century at a time of African slavery, but the fictional Caribbean islanders close to Atlantica live in a world free from human rights atrocities. I do not think we do our children any favors by pretending that slavery didn't exist. Setting the fantastical story in this time and place is literally the equivalent of setting a love story between a Jew and a Gentile in 1940 Germany and ignoring the Holocaust. look at this shit. We owe it to our children to give them the most amazing, fantastical stories possible to help their imaginations grow. We do not do this by whitewashing the difficult parts out of our history. We do it by embracing our rich history and empowering them with the truth. Imagine claiming that this story has been fucking whitewashed. Jeremy, what do you think about this?
It's never, ever, ever, ever enough. And it's why it is detrimental to even entertain the idea of social justice. Because once you do it, like how much social justice complaining have we heard about Top Gun Maverick?
I mean, there was some initially out there, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was very much insignificant.
Very much insignificant and didn't even make any type of dent in the discussion because it was never even remotely hinted about in the movie because they don't care. They didn't care about these freaks. This movie, The Little Mermaid, is literally pandered to these freaks. It's pandered to them. And because it's pandered to them, once you open the door of social justice, once you crack the door of social justice, it's over. They're going to kick that door open. They're going to demand everything. And everything that you don't do, they're going to call you all of the names because you didn't do them. And then when you do those things, then they will find something else to complain about. And the fact that someone watched a fucking movie about a fucking mermaid and wants to bring all of this into the equation, it just shows you how broken it all is. And it's why you never pander to this group of people, ever.
Yeah, it's never going to be enough. Even just a few days ago, look at this Salon article. The Little Mermaid and Disney's dilemma. Why no Black Prince? Are whitewashed diversity efforts like live action Little Mermaid still considered diversity efforts? Like, you will never win when you decide to go this route. And the people behind The Little Mermaid are finding that out the hard way.